Friday summer morning in Montrose, Colorado. Yes, Staycee Dieter is in the studios, and we have so much to talk about. Make sure you tune in. Whether you are watching it live or you're going to tune in later, comment, ask questions. We will respond to your comments and get you answers. But guess what we're going to do today? Give away a $50 Visa gift card. Woo! So yeah, make sure that you throw as many questions to Staycee and I as possible. But Staycee Dieter, I'm loving the shirt and the summer outfit.
Thank you. Thank you.
It makes me want to go to the beach.
You know, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? I woke up this morning and thought, you know, where would I rather be than drinking some coconut drinks on a beach somewhere?
Okay, well, we're going to have to find that place to do that.
I know, we will.
And we'll make sure we have a clock that always reads 5 o'clock when we do.
5 o'clock somewhere, exactly.
But before we get to that, you know what? We are just getting ready to go into a holiday weekend, and we have a week. We are a week away from 4th of July weekend.
I know.
It's
Isn't it crazy that
it is.
the year has already flown by?
Yes, it is. But so let's talk about some upcoming events. And tonight, it is Block 64. Yes, we have found out that the area behind San Juan Brews is called Block 64. So
Very
everywhere
nice.
in the city is called some sort of block. And behind San Juan Brews, we have the Block 64 concert series. It is fun. I went out to the last one, had a great time.
I was out there as well.
Okay.
Yeah, our agency is going to have a booth out there tonight. We're going to be doing some giveaways for roadside service kits.
Oh.
So go talk to my girls out there and get entered to win a little roadside kit. We've got 4 of them to be giving away.
Okay, so you're going to be out there at the beginning of the concert series while people are eating and drinking and throughout the
exactly.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right, and then we have July 1st is here and another concert series. So it's the big Montrose Music Series, and that happens the first Friday of every month. Next Friday is July 1st, and so you want to come out to that one. It's at the amphitheater. There's so much room to spread out. There are food trucks. There's just it's a good time and another opportunity to to enjoy some music. It's not as intimate as the Block 64.
No.
But it's definitely, if you like big crowds, great music, and seeing everybody in the community, come on out to the Rotary Amphitheater on July 1st. And then, you know what? We do it right in Montrose for 4th of July. I mean,
We really do.
it's a thing here.
It is.
It starts all day, and at 10 a.m. the parade starts, and that'll go down Main Street. You have an opportunity to have 2 concerts, to attend 2 free concerts at the amphitheater. Have you heard of A Girl Named Tom?
No.
There's a band, they were on The Voice. People love them. It's a crowd favorite. It's called A Girl Named Tom, and it's 2 brothers and a sister. It's Tom is obviously the sister. They are amazing. The crowd is going to go wild for them. But their story is fun. The 2 boys wanted, I guess, another brother, and they got a sister. And
that's how it always is.
But her real name isn't Tom, but it makes for a great band name. So A Girl Named Tom, and then fireworks. We're going to be able to do fireworks this year.
We are.
So, yes, unless something crazy happens with the wind.
That's
exciting. This is what happens when you live in Montrose, and the city of Montrose always comes correct. And making sure that we have a lovely 4th of July season. Okay. July 8th and 9th. This is a big deal. I mean, night vision. It's huge. It is huge. Oh my gosh. It's going to be in Grand Junction this year because they've outgrown, in the 20 years, they outgrew Ridgeway, they outgrew Olathe, and now they're in Grand Junction on the at the fairgrounds. But we have Crowder coming in. I know he's crazy with the beard and everything else, but people love Crowder. And Greg Laurie's coming to speak, but it's a good time. So go online, make sure you find out about all of these events, and you can do that at ourtownmatters.net and click on the calendar. Boy, that's a lot, Staycee.
You nailed it. You got it going on.
Okay, that's a good way to start off.
Yeah.
So before we take a commercial break, I have to tell you, everyone, you are going to want to tune in next Friday for sure. We are going to have some fun. I'm giving our production people great hair, but we are going to have an episode in which we visit 4 restaurants, the must-visit restaurants for the 4th of July weekend. We're having cocktails at one, appetizers at another, dinner at another, and just...
Where's my invite, Tanya?
You know what, Stacey, so I need people who want to go and either have a drink with me, lunch with me, an appetizer or something. I need 4 guests, and we are going to the Stonehouse, we're going to Remington's at the Bridges, Camp Robber, and Ted's. So if you're up for one of those, we're going to do those over a couple of days, and then we're going to air it on Friday the 1st. So make sure you tune in for that. We're going to take a quick commercial break and thank our sponsors. At River Valley Healthcare Centers, we believe everyone deserves access to quality care. At our locations, you will find friendly staff and professional medical providers who are committed to helping you achieve optimal health. Our goal is to meet the needs of our community by eliminating barriers to patients receiving quality medical, dental, and mental health care, as well as convenient access to a pharmacy. We're accepting new patients, so contact us today, regardless of your insurance and income status.
Hi, I'm Matt with Atlasta Solar Center. Solar systems offer added home value, a 26% federal tax credit, and decreased electric bills every month. Isn't it time you switched to solar and started saving today? Join thousands of Western Coloradans as they switch with Atlasta Solar Center. Isn't it time you got a free estimate today and took a look at how much money you could save each and every month, month in and month out, with solar energy for your home? Switch to solar today at Atlasta Solar Center.
And we are back. Okay, we totally got caught up. Drew, I think you do that on purpose.
It's a new commercial. I'm not used to it.
It is. See, Drew says it's a new commercial. You know what? What a great opportunity to shout out to our sponsors and underwriters, because we bring the show to the community for free just because of their support. So Atlasta Solar, I want to be like Matt, standing on a roof, you know, like, hey, we're doing something
cool
good.
On the roof.
Exactly. So we want to thank Atlasta Solar, our newest sponsor. We want to thank the real estate store, who's been with us for, a couple of years now. Elevate, they are one of our very beginning sponsors, and River Valley Family Health Centers. We cannot do this without you. So Stacey, talking about things we can't do without, let's talk about everything but insurance.
I'm for it. I am here for it.
You know, and I'd say that because during our time together before the show, I said, you know, and I want to weave in insurance because I have you on the show for so many different reasons. This lady is connected people. She is a part of everything great in this community. But you said to me, you know, Tanya, and go.
So, you know, insurance is great. Everybody needs insurance, and we all know that there's tons of insurance companies out there, but I think the most important thing that it comes down to is working with somebody that wants to help you. That's why I do what I do, is because I genuinely want to help people, and it's all, for me, it's all about making sure that people know what's out there, what's available, that they understand. It's definitely more of an educational point. You know, we do what we do to help people. At least most of us should be doing what we do to help people. So that's why I do what I do.
Well, you know, I'm totally gonna I'm just gonna bring it up because one, I think it's interesting. There are not very many competitive companies, and especially one as competitive as insurance, that form, you know, great partnerships or relationships, and you've been able to form that with a local insurance company, and I'll let you decide whether or not you bring up who that is. But when you were out knocking on doors to, you know, figure out how you all can work together, you didn't get a great response every time, did you?
I did not. You know, from the moment I started with my business, I wanted to develop relationships with other insurance agents locally, because it's honestly the greatest source of business is when you can refer somebody back and forth, somebody that you know and trust, and you know that's going to take care of them. And a lot of places I had gone to, you know, I was threatened to leave and told not to come back, and it was really an interesting experience. And luckily, I was able to work with Megan when she came into town with Shelter Insurance, and her and I have an amazing relationship. And it just goes to show, like, what, you know, having a heart and doing what's best for your clients ultimately everybody wins, and it's been a very prosperous relationship for us.
I love that, and it's for the community as a whole. So if there's something you can't write or help me with, that you could say, contact Megan Wilson at Shelter Insurance, and she does the same thing.
Exactly.
But the fact that I just learned that today, I'm like, who do I need to go see? Who kicked you out? Who threatened you? Okay.
Well, we won't drop any names.
All right, we won't do that. It's I'm not like the mafia or anything. In fact, I'm just the opposite.
Mama Tanya, she's
Exactly.
gonna come help me.
Oh gosh, Mama Bear. Okay, so when you get our producer Drew laughing, you're in trouble now.
Oh no.
Yes. Let's talk. So Staycee, anything that is just growth oriented you've been a part of. Let's talk about an organization that you helped launch that is almost 2 years into it, a networking called Big. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so Big is a local networking group, and it's an acronym for Business Intentionally Grown. And our goal is to help the local economy thrive by providing a weekly forum for business owners to get together, educate each other on the skills and services that they provide, and ask each other for resources and referrals. So things that they might need for their business where they don't know how or who to contact in order to get what they need. And that business group, that networking group has grown from very small, like 4 to 5 people. We're now averaging like 6 to 8 people a week, and our last event we had about 15 attendees. And it really is about providing a place for business owners to come and say, hey, I need help, or hey, this is the kind of client that I want to work with, or this is the type of business that I want to work with, or hey, I'm a nonprofit and this is what I'm promoting and this is what I would like to do for our community. So yeah, we meet at San Juan Brews every Tuesday, 8 to 9 a.m. We're always looking for new professionals. And if you'd love to present on your business and tell us more about yourself and what you like to do, we'd love to have you.
Oh, that's great. You know what I appreciate so much about this organization is it just took an idea, and it took 1, 2, 3 people who said, I think we can do this. I believe there's value to the community, and you started.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you hadn't, those 15 people that are now meeting maybe would not have connected and able to do business together.
Exactly. I mean, and I myself would not have connected as well with the community if I didn't have that forum to say, hey, come and educate us about what you're doing with your business. And
right.
It has been extremely helpful in forming great business relationships, but also great friendships as well.
So, Staycee, I believe I've gotten your vision and your mission down. Let me know if I'm wrong here.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, yeah, because I believe you take on a philosophy, give more than you receive, and it will always come back to you. I have rarely seen you talk about insurance or American Family, or that when I see you around, that's what you do, and people recognize that. But a year ago, I was at the Black Canyon Boys and Girls Club annual food and wine. And on the Friday evening that, at the Bridges, we just had Bud on the other day. He still makes me laugh.
Oh, he's amazing.
He is. But the Black Canyon Boys and Girls Club, you received an award from them that night. Tell us about your relationship with the Boys and Girls Club and why you're involved and invested.
Yeah, the relationship that I have with the Black Canyon Boys and Girls Club actually started a really long time ago when I was in high school, and I worked for the Black Canyon Boys and Girls Club here.
I did not know that.
In town, yeah, and I absolutely loved it. And a little bit of my backstory is, I didn't have the best upbringing. I didn't have parents that were there all the time, and the club was kind of a place for me to go and have a sense of friendship and a sense of community. And when I started back in this business and started my own business, Bud came and of course is looking for sponsors for the food and wine, and immediately it was like, yes, like for what they do for kids in this community, and for parents as well, what they do for parents for their kids is just so impactful. And the programs that they provide, the STEM programs, the cooking programs, the fitness programs that they provide, there really is no better way to kind of help parents and kids than by providing, by donating to the club. And that's why I love working with them and just telling everybody I know about them, because it's like, hey, you need to get involved with this. I just love the Black Canyon Boys and Girls Club, and I love supporting them.
I have been here 6 years, and oh gosh, a little more maybe than that. But when I first embarked on Montrose, and I met with Bud Taylor and and talked about the Black Canyon Boys and Girls Club, there was a 2-year waiting list.
Oh, I know it.
That was 6 years ago. Guess what? The list doesn't go down.
No,
it goes up.
Yeah.
And I thought, are you kidding me? A 2-year waiting list? There are families out there without childcare. They're working in our hospitals, at our banks, at our local businesses, and that either have to pull back from work to take care of children. And it's just, that was a game changer to me. So you're right, when you think about how you can best support this community, when you get granular and look at these nonprofits below the surface, it's not, oh, kids just having fun and it's after school care. It's what is poured back into the community.
Yeah, and when you look at Montrose as a whole, it is a child care, what they call a child care desert. And the lack of child care, I myself struggle with child care. Every parent has struggled with finding care for their children, and supporting the clubs so that they can expand their programs and service more families. I really can't think of a better thing to do right now in this time when parents, we have to work, we have to support our kids. And it's just a great way to give back.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think I want to segue into, as we talk about entrepreneurship, people think it's easy. You've got this fat bank account, you get to just go have cocktails.
You have a fat bank account?
Noon.
Where do I get one of those?
Exactly, and and people just do your bidding for you, and you worry about nothing. And it is. In fact, it's just the opposite most of the time. And, 99% of the time, you have those anomalies, that are just, they take off, everything's great, and good for them. You love it. But you are an entrepreneur that gives back, but you're also a parent. And you're a single parent of children. How are you making this summer work?
Honestly, by the grace of God. So I think ever since 2020 and the pandemic happened, a lot more, everything has been more focused on family and providing that work-life balance. I remember working in my house with my kids for 3 months, and my clients would call and my kids would be screaming in the background, or something's going on, and I'm like, I'm really sorry, I hope you don't mind. And they're like, no. 95% of my customers said take advantage of the time that you have with them now. And when you come from that mindset of business, everything is business, and if you're not working perfectly without distractions, then there's no point to doing it. I think the pandemic really changed that. And so it's, I work with my daughter. She comes to the office with me 5 days a week. She's there for half a day. And people love having her. She's a great entertainer. But also we have learned, we've developed a little bit of a code, and she'll come and give me a little hand signal, are you on the phone, Mom? And that works out great for us. And also too, having structure for her, I make sure that she reads and she writes and she does some math every day before she hops on Netflix, and having that schedule, but also that mind shift change for everyone. I think everybody had a mind shift change around, work-life balance and working with kids in the office. It's not that big of a deal. We're all parents, or they were parents at one point in their life. They completely understand, and so. And
you know what? And if they don't understand, then that's okay. They are not going to make or break who you are if you continue to give great customer service, and we make ourselves vulnerable. So the ladies in my office call Preston, the mascot, and my 9-year-old is with me every day. You guys have seen, if I'm at meetings, he's sitting in the corner and he's reading and he's doing something. Stacey, I have to tell you, you really helped me, and I don't think you know this, because I was getting stressed out. Our family dynamic changed, and I would not wish this on anybody, but when my husband died died unexpectedly a couple of months ago, he was the caretaker. He kept us going. And I thought I was failing my son every minute because I had him in the workspace this summer. I'm doing this, and you helped me to not feel guilty and not to take that out on him. Not that I was, but I was trying to manage mentally, how am I smiling at him every day? How am I encouraging him and empowering him and telling him I love him? But on the inside, and this is me being very transparent and vulnerable, I'm screaming, I'm crying, I'm struggling, like, oh my gosh, I have a business, I have obligations, I have all of these things to do, and that will tear you down from the inside out. But entrepreneurship gave me more freedom than working in a corporate office. So if you are a single parent out there and you're afraid of entrepreneurship because of that, I tell you right now, fear not. This will actually help you in your growth.
And it helps your kids as well. When they see you running your business and they see the work that you put into it and how dedicated you are. I mean, Kelsey is our office shredder. I do pay her an ice cream to shred paperwork.
Can I work for you?
Yes. You know, if you wanna come by and shred, we'll go get Cold Stone after.
Okay.
But for her to see how I interact with people, how I care for people, how I run my business, and she gets to see those interactions on a daily basis. I honestly think it's the best experience for them. They get to see what it's like in the real world, working with people.
Yes.
You know,
and we all have to do that. We're gonna take. This is so phenomenal. I love this. Okay, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We're gonna be right back, and maybe Stacey won't make me cry again.
Believe it, just like Gigfoot, zero-lag gaming does exist. The real myth now? Slow internet made you lose. So step up your game with Elevate Internet today.
At the Real Estate Store, we're a group of real estate professionals who share all forms of property brokering in an innovative way. Our expertise and experience makes us the best choice for buyers and sellers. Our brokers are ready to assist you, either in person or virtually. Come visit us in historic downtown Montrose and experience for yourself the difference of our personal, professional property brokers.
And we are back, okay? I have dried all my tears. I am ready. I am powerful. We can do this. Yes. All right, so I saw you last night.
Yes.
And it was
in a good way.
In a good Wait, is there a bad way? I don't even want to know.
No, not at all.
But this is when you get out in the community and you see all the same people, but it was the Chamber's business after hours. So the Chamber of Commerce is in year 2. The Dieter Agency has been one of the very first Chamber members. And so you come out and you do some networking, but you have been extremely helpful in supporting the growth of the Chamber, coming up with some good ideas and so forth. How important is it to you in your business, you as an entrepreneur and the agency as a whole, to have a local Chamber of Commerce?
I love the Chamber of Commerce. It has really provided a way for me to get out and meet people that I wouldn't normally meet by myself, or I wouldn't meet on my day-to-day in my office. And the Chamber events are always so well put together. So thank you, Tanya, for that. But last night's event was outside. It was really beautiful. We got to enjoy the outdoors, and it didn't rain, thank goodness.
I know.
But it's really great to just get people, different business owners, mingling together and talking about issues that are important to them, but also talking about their business and what they do. And I absolutely love the Chamber. It's been so great.
And it's the reason that we get together, so you don't feel awkward by talking about, what you do and what you have to offer.
Or if you just rock up to somebody's business like, hey, can I talk to your boss? And they're like, nah, she's busy. It's completely different, and it's a more casual setting to find those people that you really want to be in connection with.
Yeah. And I love that the hosts of the Business After Hours, so if you're not a chamber member, you should become one, and you have an opportunity to host a Business After Hours, but the hosts are getting creative. I mean, so Alpine Bank last night, love Jamie and her staff at Alpine Bank, Anne Marie, shout out to you all, but they closed down the parking lot.
I know.
And set up a barbecue, and so we
they had tables in the drive-thru. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
It was really, really cool. And we just all had a great time, but it was nice to be outside and to see these hosts get creative. I believe when we were at Cobble Creek, they had a little golfing game that we can all play that was...
I missed that one.
You missed that one. See, Stacey, we got to get you out more.
I know.
But well, if you've been in Montrose for a long time, I mean, do you see your business growing here?
100% I do. My business has already grown here, and I couldn't imagine a better place to live. You know, I remember I grew up in the area, and I remember being like 13, like, ugh, these mountains. I just can't deal with these mountains.
See, I think the opposite. I'm like, score.
Well, and then I left and I moved to California and Kansas and, you know, Texas, all these different places. And after going through that experience, I was like, I don't want to be anywhere but Montrose. And so coming back here, I could not imagine living or working anywhere else. It's such a blessing to be so close to so many outdoor recreational activities. You know, we get to wake up to the San Juans every morning. I mean, and there's no better way to start your day than with a view like that.
Most definitely. How can you be upset with a view like that?
You really can't. You can't. You wake up every day with a smile on your face. You know, we get to be blessed enough to work in this beautiful place, and I see myself growing in our area and into the San Juans a little bit more, but 100% I feel like Montrose is definitely home base.
So do you feel as you're a small business, but you're not small. You have, 5 employees?
Yes.
Okay. So 5 employees. Can I be you when I grow up or grow under? I might be older than you. But, but you have amassed a business that has 5 employees. The competitive landscape has changed over the last few years. Do you feel as if you can compete as far as attracting and retaining employees with other businesses here?
I feel that I certainly can.
Okay.
I just recently celebrated a 1-year anniversary with 3 staff. And I'll be completely transparent with you, Tanya. 2020, 2021, hiring people, I was ready to throw in the towel. Yeah. I was thinking, hey, maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I'm not cut out for leadership of a small team. Maybe I'm not cut out for this business. I was really questioning that. And then I had a complete mind shift where I said, okay, well, why am I hiring the way that I'm hiring? Why am I hiring for somebody that has to work in office? Why am I hiring for 40 hours a week? Why am I doing that? Do I actually need somebody who can work 40 hours a week? And so I really started with, I was like, okay, I'm going to completely change everything that I'm going to do, and I'm going to hire part-time. And I hired 3 individuals part-time, 20 hours a week. And 2 of those individuals have worked up to full-time. One of them is still part-time. One of them is remote. I have a staff member in North Carolina, and they process paperwork for me. And they have been a huge addition to my team because they've taken so much workload off, and I can really focus on what's happening in my office with my team. And going back to what you said about being competitive, I really think, you can't work in a space that doesn't offer you work-life balance and isn't invested in your future. All of my staff know I'm heavily invested in their future, and I want what's best for them, whether it's with me or somewhere else. And I hope it's with me, but if it's not, I completely understand. And just the transparency and openness that I have with my staff, they come to me whenever they have questions or concerns. They come to me when they're concerned about my business plan. And that opens opportunities for me to say, okay, hey, how can I tweak this to make this better for everyone involved? And I would say I am confident in my ability to retain and even bring on more staff because I'm so invested in them. I would be nothing without my staff. They make me look a whole lot better than I deserve.
You've got
honestly,
those too, right?
Shout out to Chantel and June and Stephanie, all my girls at the office. You'll work with one of them if you call us, and they're just amazing. I'm very grateful to have them.
Well, I am so glad that you said that. And in full transparency, the same in 2020 and 2021, I struggled with employees, and they were just all wrong.
We all did.
It was just wrong, and this is why relationships, good business partnerships and relationships are important. You know, so Ken that owns Go Big Banners, he said, Tanya, he could see the stress on my face.
If you weren't stressed in 2020, you weren't alive.
Well, that's true. That is true. That is okay. Thank you for that.
Yes.
And he said, you know what? I made a decision years ago to not conform to what people say the norm is. And once I figured that out, and that's exactly what you're saying, you get the right people in the right place, you can make just about anything happen.
Exactly.
So forget about having 3, 4, 5 employees because that was your business plan. They were going to do this and this and this and this.
Yeah.
You find the right employees who can execute on the things that you need done well. It doesn't matter if it takes 3 part-timers and 1 full-timer and so forth.
Exactly.
And so today, because I struggle competing just with pay. I mean, it's one of those that, you know, compensation is tough. So my whole team is out right now, and I let them go yesterday afternoon at noon and paid an off all day today.
Yep.
Guess where they are right now?
Sleeping.
Yeah, well, hopefully they are. But Country Jam, like that was such, you know.
So exciting.
It is. And I've got, you know, younger staff, and that was huge for them. Now, I've seen pictures that nobody wants to see, but who would have thought, like, that something that minute, something just insignificant. I didn't even buy the tickets. I just gave them the time off to do that together because they wanted to do something together.
That's very instrumental. Thanks for bringing that up, because part of what I do with my staff is we rotate Fridays off. Everybody gets a Friday off. I have my staff accumulates paid time off, but we do week paid vacation. But there's no hard set, and I learned this in the pandemic, there's no hard set. If you're 20 minutes late, if your kid's got a doctor's appointment, you get a flat tire. Like, one of my staff members called me crying, I have a flat, I can't make it back from lunch. I'm really, really sorry. Like, so stressed. And I thought, why are you stressed out about this? This is life. This just happens. And so to be an employer that kind of gives that grace of like, hey, life happens.
Yes.
And we all deserve time off to do things that we love. That is a huge part in retaining people, is giving them the time to do what they like or to get out of the office and enjoy life.
I love that. So, Staycee Dieter, I could sit here and talk to you all day.
No.
You are the consummate, just entrepreneur, philanthropic mindset, giving back individual that dresses so cool as well this summer day. And if I talk her into it, she's going to eat with me and drink with me next week. So,
100%.
You guys tune in next week and make it a great Friday in Montrose.